Peace and love, everybody out there. So Nike has officially cut ties with Kyrie Irving because Kyrie wanted to share to black people a harmless video about our identity. Nike does not want black people to have knowledge of thyself, so they attempted to silence Kyrie. So right now, effective immediately, we, the black community, are officially canceling Nike and Adidas and Balenciaga. You cancel Kyrie, we cancel you. It's a new age, a new era, the era of black unity. And since everybody has united against a black man, Kyrie, we will unite as black men against Nike and also Adidas and that nasty Balenciaga brand. For now on, we will no longer support Nike. We will support black-owned shoe companies. We will make our black brothers and black sister entrepreneurs rich. Anybody caught buying Nike, we will roast them. We will make people feel embarrassed for wearing Nike shoes. We will discourage black people from buying them once this catch on. High school kids, middle school kids, elementary kids will say, "Mom, don't buy me no LeBrons. Don't buy me no Nikes. Those are Uncle Tom shoes." We will no longer tolerate any form of any of these non-black companies dictating to us what we can and can't watch. We will no longer be at the mercy of these non-black shoe companies who are 100% against black progress, and they only seek to exploit our stars and control their narrative in order to drain our pockets dry. Without our purchasing power, Nike will be nothing. Now let's get on Balenciaga. Balenciaga dropped Kanye last month, and then it turns out that they couldn't hide their evil and wickedness. Balenciaga supports child sex and pedophilia, as we can see in their new ad campaign. Balenciaga showed us that they worship the devil. They have Baal written on their caution tape in one of their ads. Baal is one of the chief demons in hell. He is also an ancient pagan god that the Canaanites worship, and they sacrifice their children to this idol by burning them alive. Let's read Jeremiah 19:5. They have also built the high places of Baal to burn their sons with fire for burnt offerings to Baal, which I did not command nor speak, nor did it come into my mind. So Baal is the demon of sacrificing children too, and Balenciaga paid homage to Baal as they have these kids dressed in sex bondage. Teddy bear with sex bondage, teddy bear with panda eyes. Panda eyes comes from when a child gets sodomized. It hurts so bad that they develop black eyes due to them clenching their eyelids so hard while crying. And also in this ad, we see dragons in the background, which represents Satan, devil, Baal. Look at the designer of Balenciaga. Look at this witch. Look at her. She is bathed in blood while holding babies. More of that adrenochrome that these witch Hollywood elite are addicted to. Now let's break down the name of Balenciaga. For one, it's named after a sodomite, so we shouldn't be walking around with a sodomite's name printed all over our clothes. And second, we know what Baal means. It's a high-ranking devil, second in command to Satan himself. And Aga in Hebrew means king, as in king of the Amalekites. So essentially, Balenciaga means Baal is the king. Hidden messages in their name. And Nike is named after a Greek goddess of victory. Back in the ancient times of the Greek Empire, if a gladiator wanted to win, they would perform worship to the goddess Nike, hoping that she granted them victory. Nike's logo is the wing of the Greek goddess Nike. So when you wear Nike, you are wearing a pagan symbol dedicated to a pagan goddess. So yeah, we are officially eliminating Nike out of our lives. We will no longer support pagan Nike and and the secret worship of this pagan goddess. You have our people who are so excited to represent this pagan idol all over their clothes. They're so excited to have this symbol printed on their shoes. Black people, they almost worship Nike clothes and they worship their Nike shoes. It's a spell that's casted into their minds to desire the Greek goddess Nike. Let's stop making this man rich. Every time you buy Nike, you are making this man rich. Let's stop putting money in his pocket. He's not one of us. He's against us. He only uses our stars to get rich and kick them to the curb. Yeah, those days are over with. Effective now. And Adidas. Adidas is literally named after a Nazi named Adi Dassler. When you wear Adidas, you are wearing the name of a Nazi. So we are canceling Adidas out of our lives. We will no longer spend money on Adidas. We will stop making Nike and Adidas rich. We will show the power of the black dollar and we will build up our own people until Nike becomes a distant memory in our culture. We will keep our money in our people's pockets. We will change the narrative. You see, black people are the salt of the earth. We are the trendsetters. We decide which brand is hot and popular. Black people have the power to make you or break you, and we will break Nike's wings. Back in the 90s, when we found out that Tommy Hilfiger was racist, every black mother stopped buying Tommy Hilfiger and they lost so much money. I remember back in school, we used to roast people and make fun of them if they were still wearing Tommy Hilfiger until it got to the point where nobody wore Tommy again. And we will do the same to Nike. You see? Whatever black people says goes. If we say a brand is garbage, it immediately becomes garbage. If we say a brand is popping, it immediately grows and explodes and everybody mimics our trend. Everybody mimics the black culture. We have so much power and influence. Naturally, everybody looks up to us for style and fashion. We are naturally the flavor of earth and we have the spending power to be considered top 10 of the richest nations on earth. We spend $1.8 trillion per year. So today we will stop spending that money on Nike and we will elevate a black owned shoe company to the top. So with that being said, here are some black owned shoe companies that we all should start buying from. You could pick your own, whichever one fits your taste. First up is we have a black owned shoe company called Tronus, which means throne. So you know the meaning of your shoes when you wear them on your feet. Throne. You can check out their shoes and products. Everything looks pretty sweet, unique, some casual, some stand out. Tronus is owned by a black woman who is also an athlete. Let's make her a black billionaire with our money. Let's make her company grow. The website for these shoes is tronusofficial.com, and they also have an Instagram page. Follow them on Instagram called Tronus Official. The next black owned shoe company we have is Sia Collective. Sia stands for Somewhere in America. This is one of the hottest up and coming black owned sneaker brands. Their shoes are on fire right now. Support them. Let's make them grow. Their website is SiaCollective.com. Their Instagram is Sia_collective. Make sure y'all take notes. I'm serious. We are starting the black-owned shoes movement. And everybody who loves sneakers need to start collecting black-owned shoes. And let's make them hot. Let's make them trendy. Let's make them the new drip of Black America. The more we support these companies, the more they could grow, the better products they can make in the future, if there is a future in America. But that's a different story for a different video. Here's another black-owned shoe company. It's called Nagus Footwear. It's a 100% black-owned company dedicated to honoring black leaders and celebrating African history through fashion. They have some raw-looking shoes with African colors. Their website is nagusfootwear.com. Follow them on Instagram, nagus.footwear. Nagas means king in African languages. So the name has meaning, and you know what this shoe means when you put it on your feet. It means king. Rather than Nike, who is the name of a pagan Greek goddess. Those days of worshiping Greek gods is over with. We are not Greek, and our ancestors did not worship Greek idols. Next up, you have a company called Brand Black. This is owned by a black man who has previously worked at Adidas and Filas, so he knows about shoes from the big companies. Support him. Let's make his brand successful instead of making Nike rich. Their website is brandblack.com. Next, you have Rock Deep, another black-owned shoe company. This is one of my favorite companies I've seen so far. They have shoes called the Mansa Musa and Sojourner Truth. I will be rocking these bad boys. Go ahead and check them out at rockdeep.com. Their Instagram is rockdeep. Next, you have Ethics the Brand, owned by a black basketball player. Their Instagram is Ethics the Brand, and their website is ethicsthebrand.com. Go ahead, check them out, and support them. There's many more black-owned shoe companies out there, but I do not want to make this video long and drawn out. These shoes are not cheap. They are high quality. So don't think that you are buying some cheap generic shoes. Some of them are over $200. Some of them are about $100 and all in between. But the price does not matter. It's the principle and our agenda to build up black companies. The point is we are canceling Nike and Adidas and other non-black owned sneaker brands that are exploiting our men, our stars, our athletes, and trying to control them as slaves, using their money and dropping them as they please when they don't go along with the narrative of keeping black people dumbed down cash cows for them. Our 400 years is up. It's time to heal. It's time to rewire our brains, rewire our mentality. We have to stop feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment when we wear Nikes on our feet. We have to stop teaching our kids to worship Nikes on their feet. Some black kids feel depressed when they don't have Nikes on their feet. Some black kids make fun of other black kids because they aren't wearing Nikes on their feet. Those days are over with. Us 80s and 90s babies, we have to break that curse. We have to stop teaching our kids to worship Nike. We have to let them know off top, like, look, I'm not buying you no more Nikes or Adidas or LeBrons or any of that BS. We will buy from our own race. End of discussion. We is not wearing no more house Negro shoes. The building of our nation begins now, even with something small like what we wear on our feet. And we will be stepping in some black-owned shoes going forth. Make sure y'all share this and make it go viral. And when you do buy from these black-owned companies, make sure you post it on your IG, your Facebook, TikTok, whatever, and brag a little bit. Big them up, give them free advertisement, pose in these shoes and tag them on your Instagram or whatever social media you use. Give them free exposure. And even if you don't buy anything, still add their Instagram pages and press like on their photos so the algorithm can show their product to more people. I'm out. Press like and subscribe. I love y'all. Peace.